Although controversy is nothing new to Sean Diddy Combs, the current uproar surrounding him is enough to rock the entertainment industry. As you may already be aware if you have been following the news, the legendary music mogul is the target of yet another lawsuit. This time, it was brought by Don Richard, a former member of Diddy Kane. And the charges? Let's just say that they present a picture that is as gloomy as Hollywood gets. We're talking about the whole nightmare: groping, verbal abuse, emotional manipulation. Years after her period in the spotlight, she is now making these accusations, but the timing couldn't be more crucial. Dawn is just the most recent in a growing number of women, 7 to be exact, as well as one man who have come forward to say that Diddy's so-called reign of terror has affected them over the years. Let's take a brief detour. During her audition for the popular MTV program Making the Band in 2004, Dawn got to know Diddy. She says the relationship was poisonous from the beginning. Diddy, who held a position of authority, allegedly called the competitors derogatory names like fat and ugly, with the prospect of success and fame hovering just out of reach. They had to put up with his severe treatment if they wanted to make it, he apparently made clear. Additionally, Dawn's treatment got worse over time. The lawsuit is now quite detailed. Dawn remembers particular instances where Diddy allegedly crossed every boundary imaginable, particularly from 2009 to 2011. She says he would suddenly enter her dressing room when they were in the group Diddy Dirty Money, frequently catching her in the act of undressing and then grope her. If that wasn't unsettling enough, there's more. According to reports, Diddy took revenge on her for refusing to accept his advances. Imagine being ready to sing your heart out on stage when your microphone abruptly cuts out in the middle of your performance. She says she experienced that exact thing several times. This is the point at which things become even more complicated. Dawn's charges are identical to those of other women who have come forward, including Cassandra Cassie Ventura. Cassie, who is in a long-term relationship with Diddy, described years of suffering in her lawsuit, which she filed back in November. The worst part is that Dawn claims to have seen firsthand some of the horrifying abuse Cassie suffered. A particularly noteworthy story is Dawn's account of witnessing Diddy hurl a boiling pan of eggs at Cassie for not cooking them to his liking. Dawn and her bandmate Kalena Harper reportedly watched in horror as he dragged her up the stairs of his Los Angeles home afterwards. Apparently, Diddy attempted to brush it all off the following day, claiming it was only a lover's spat and cautioning them to keep their mouths shut or else they would suffer the consequences. The purported danger? He allegedly informed them that people go missing. This wasn't an isolated incident, according to Dawn. She presents a picture of a man who frequently abused the women in his life, either physically or emotionally. For instance, it was reported that Diddy struck Cassie in the stomach, causing her to double over in agony during a dinner party attended by prominent figures such as Neo Usher and later Interscope Records CEO Jimmy Iovine. When Dawn attempted to step in, Diddy allegedly threatened to reprimand her. This should be enough to send anyone running, but Dawn, like many women in the entertainment business, felt stuck. Dawn's lawyer, Lisa Bloom, says it best: women shouldn't sacrifice their careers to avoid domineering men who act inappropriately. Men have an obligation to behave honorably. And that's the crux of the problem. Dawn found the disparity in power to be too great. The only thing she could do was to persevere, hoping that if she cooperated, she might still have a chance at success. However, the more she delved into Diddy's world, the worse things got. Notably, Diddy's legal team has come out strong, refuting every accusation. Erica Wolf, his lawyer, referred to Dawn's allegations as manufactured and emphasized that Dawn remained in contact with Diddy long after Diddy Kane broke up. Wolf claimed that Ms. Richard would not have consented to be on Diddy's album last year or to reprise her role in the 2020 Making the Band reboot if she had such a bad experience. But according to Lisa Bloom, Dawn's lawyer, it's not that easy. According to her, Dawn needed years to come to terms with what had happened, and she didn't feel free to tell her own story until Cassie came forward. Not to mention that Diddy reached a settlement with Cassie's lawsuit the day after it was filed. The settlement's exact terms have not been made public, but many people were taken aback by how quickly it was settled. Was Diddy content to settle in order to keep more damaging information from leaking? That is among the major questions that surround this case. Additionally, others have spoken up besides Dawn and Cassie. Numerous other women and one man have shared their own stories since Cassie filed her lawsuit. In each of these lawsuits, there is a common theme. Diddy is accused of abusing his authority to control and take advantage of people around him. These accusations have become unavoidable, ranging from emotional manipulation to groping to even more unsettling claims about what transpired behind closed doors at his notorious parties. But hold on, it gets worse. Diddy just lost another significant court case in Michigan. Derek Lee Cardello Smith claimed that Diddy had abused him in the 1990s. Although the specifics of this case are unclear, to put it mildly, Cardello Smith stated that he had evidence of Diddy assaulting him and even produced visitation logs from Diddy that demonstrated that Diddy had paid him a visit while he was incarcerated. A default judgment of $100 million in damages was issued by the judge when Diddy did not appear for a court hearing. Yes, that is correct, minus $100 million. It is one of the most significant rulings in recent history and a severe setback to Diddy's reputation. Although he and his legal team are contesting the ruling, arguing that the case was fraudulent, the harm has already been done. Cardello Smith has stated that he will not back down. This leads to a much more significant pattern that is beginning to show. Diddy has been associated with some of the most notorious incidents in hip-hop history for years, but this most recent round of allegations is revealing a darker side of her. The recent federal raids on his properties in Miami and Los Angeles have even sparked rumors that they may be linked to even more sinister activities. Recall Diddy's notoriously wild parties? In order to further solidify Diddy's hold over his inner circle and guarantee loyalty through fear of being discovered, it has been suggested that covert cameras were used to capture events at these events. These accusations only serve to strengthen the already strong accusations made against him, leading some to speculate that this is the reason so many powerful people have said nothing over the years. Indeed, former workers have come forward to support these rumors, presenting a picture of a man who built his empire in secret by using charm and intimidation. Diddy would go to great lengths to ensure that the events at these events remained hidden, according to anonymous testimony from a few of his former bodyguards. As more insiders come forward, it's becoming more obvious that Diddy's strategies went far beyond how he treated women. In fact, it's possible that his entire business was founded on coercion and manipulation, which begs the question of just how badly he behaved. Diddy's alleged involvement in the East Coast-West Coast rap feud that resulted in the deaths of Shakur and Biggie Smalls, two of the biggest names in hip-hop, is another aspect of his alleged dark side that cannot be ignored. There have been rumors that Diddy may have been more involved than most people realize over the years. In the 1990s, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis made one of the most startling accusations. Diddy allegedly offered him money to take out Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur. The length of time these rumors have lasted, despite Diddy's denials of any involvement in the shootings, speaks volumes about the reputation he has developed over the years. Fans aren't the only ones speaking. Legal professionals are analyzing Diddy's future, and some are not hopeful. Diddy might suffer the same fate as other disgraced entertainment industry figures, according to one legal expert, Naima Rahmani. Diddy could spend the rest of his life in prison if he is found guilty of some of the most serious charges, Rahmani noted, particularly those that involve numerous victims in various states. And it's obvious that the pressure on him is only getting worse given the volume of lawsuits that are mounting. Diddy is finding it more and more difficult to shake the accusations as they come to light. The public's opinion of him is undoubtedly changing, even though his legal team is still contesting the court rulings and denying any allegations. What started out as tabloid rumors is now evolving into something far more serious. What are your thoughts on this matter? Are the accusations true? Or do you think there's more to the story? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more updates on this explosive case.